Howdy folks, today I'm going to change the oil on this Z-Track, this 970R. I'm going to need this hose right here to drain the oil with, and I cut some slots in there because it's a little small, so I'm hoping that it'll work good enough to drain the oil out so it doesn't get really messy. And I got to go get my WD-40, spray a little bit of that in there, and I think I can get it on. Hold on! WD-40 works for everything. That's good. I've even tasted WD-40 and it's not my favorite flavor, but it works. I gotta get it in here. There, it's in there. That'll work. I don't know if you can see it, but the hose is right here. Got it in the drain pan. There. I got it in the drain pan now. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my 10mm socket, and I'm going to start it draining. And after that, I'm going to drain the oil and I'm going to refill it. I'm going to put on a new filter, because new filters make it all better. You got to put on a new filter every time, and that's easy as peasy. I'm going to use this 10mm socket here on the end of this screwdriver to start the release process. It's draining, so be with you in a minute. It's got to finish draining. It turns out I really didn't need that hose on it after all. There's a big enough opening right down there. It just drains right in there. It gets a little messy on the outside, but I've seen it a lot worse. This is a lot easier than the 777. And they have this very simplified here on how to change this oil. A 10mm socket takes out the plug. You can see the plug sitting right there. Oh, I think you can see it right here. Just a 10mm socket. Look. Let's put that on the tire here so I don't... Yeah, right there. We don't want to get it dirty. You can hear it draining. Yep, working pretty good. Now what we're going to do is we're going to use this nifty device right here that fits on the end of the oil filter. It'll take it right off. And then I'm going to put the new oil filter on, because that's what you're supposed to do. Got the new filter right here. These things are only hand tightened, so they come right off pretty easy. Right there it is. Now I'm gonna put a little bit of oil on it like that. Around the seal there. There we go. And on with the new one. Just like that. And they say just to hand tighten it. I don't need to use the tool. I don't need to use the tool to tighten it down. But now my hands are all greasy and I gotta grab me a towel. So now what I'm just gonna hand tighten it here so I can get a hold of it. Okay, that's good. That part's done. I'm just gonna put the drain plug back in. Just like this. That's it. Now I'm going to put me some oil in there. I think it takes a little over 2 quarts, 2.1. So I'm going to open up my oil, and I don't know if I need a funnel or not. I'm going to check that right now. This is the first time I've done this, so on this mower. I mean, I'm not a total virgin. I've done other mowers, but I'm not very mechanically inclined like my cousin Larry. He's very good at fixing stuff. Sometimes I say, Larry, I just can't do it. It's too complicated. You've got to help me. And he says, okay, I'll help you. We're going to put some of this in there. They say 10W30 on these, so I've got it in place. It doesn't fit real well, but it's a bad angle here. I always get messy when I do this. Gonna put in 1 more quart and then I'm gonna check the level. It's kind of hard to tell, but I think it shows full. That's pretty much it. Stops right there. That's the full mark. So I think I'm all good with just 2 quarts in there because I think that's what it holds. But it shows full. It shows full. And you know what? And I had my oatmeal for breakfast, so I'm showing full also. You just can't see it. Well, I got them off. I don't know, it might be shadowy out here. They're not too bad. I could resharpen them. I could resharpen these and keep them on standby. That's probably what I'll do, because they still got a little bit left on them. I'll get the underneath of the mower deck cleaned out, and I'll take it from there. Put the new ones on and I'm ready to go. Where I'm going, I never know. Alright, I got the blades changed, and I got the mower deck cleaned out pretty good, the best I could. And the only other thing is I'm going to take this grease gun, like this, and I'm going to grease all the contact points here. Like right here, you push that in there like that, squeeze it off a couple of times. It's got grease. I'm going to do all of them like that, and I'm going to be done. After this, I'm going to change the carburetor in the the steel chainsaw, because it's been in there since 2004. Too much ethanol is run through there, ethanol gasoline. So it gives me fits every now and then. Yes, I keep all my tags on my hats, and that way I know how much I paid for it. I'm like that, you know. All right, be back with you in a minute, or a couple of hours. I don't know, whatever it takes.